So hello everyone, we're doing a pick a pile reading. We've got 3 different decks we're going to be using today. I'm going to show you the boxes because I think that's all good fun. So we've got the Tattoo Tarot, the 8-coin Tattoo Tarot, which is a delightful deck, fast becoming one of my favourites. We've also got Cosmic Cycles. You know I love my Cosmic Cycles Tarot. And then, this one hasn't been out for a while, Tarot of the Old Path. It's one of my favourites for reading situations between people because all the cards feature people and it's so interesting to see like which way they go. Anyway, so let's put these in an order. We are going to do Tarot of the Old Path third because that's one of my faves. We're going to start with the Cosmic Cycles and then we'll go on to the 8-coin Tattoo Tarot. So, are you going to pick pile 1, pile 2 or pile 3? Don't forget to put it in the comments section so we all know what's going on. I hope everyone is having a good new year so far. I actually am having a good new year. It's been interesting, but it's been good. So anyway, let's have a little look, see what's going on. So pile number 1s. They did not even hesitate to come out whatsoever. So first off, you've got the Knight of Cups. Now this I love because this card for me is one of those awesome moments where it's a bartender, he's doing his thing, and then what happens? Someone comes in, they look a little bit lonely. They're all having that moment where they're a little bit sad, a little bit down in the dumps, and you get that set chance to just go in and swoop in and not quite save the day. Like, I don't want to say, oh, you know, you're a hero, you're doing all these things for other people. But it feels like either you're going to have the moment where you get to kind of rescue someone, or when you feel a little bit down and out, someone's going to come in and swoop in for you, which I like. Now, the next 2 cards out are a bit more, I'm going to start, well, listen, it's not bad news. We've got King of Wands in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. Now, for me, that is actually, so this is leaning towards, I think it's going to be more a case of, yeah, because we've got them this way around as well. So I think this is going to be an opportunity where you feel that you need a bit of help. And just when you need that little bit of help, someone is going to come in and just take the reins off you for a little while, let you relax, let you do what you need to do and get on with everything else, because actually they can pick up the pieces. They can do what you need doing, because actually you don't have to do it. You know, you've got the Hierophant, you've got the King of Wands in reverse, both upright. I adore these cards because these are that moment of going, right, I'm in control of everything. I know what's going on. I've got complete faith in what's happening, what is for my best purpose, what else is going on. But actually you don't need to do it right now because someone's going to come in and help you. Now, it could be a water sign because it's a Cups card, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be very much that just someone comes in and just is emotionally honest with you and says, you know what? I'll look after you for a little while. And I love that. Because actually, who doesn't want that? Like, I know we all say we want to be our own superhero. And yes, we do need to be our own heroes and look after ourselves. But isn't it nice to have someone else take the reins for a few moments? So, let's see any other news for pile 1s. Because I think, listen, in fact, what I want to do is check in on what this down and out moment is. Okay. So you've got 7 of Pentacles. So, do you know what it is? I think it's... Yeah, and a 4 of... Oh, look at that sneaky one. Okay. I was only going to have another 2 cards, but then we got a 3rd one out. So, it's all good. So I feel like what it's coming in about is actually with that 7 of Pentacles, it's where you're struggling to celebrate what you've got going and what's actually being good for you. Because actually, you know what? Sometimes we do it, and I think we can all have those moments where you can look in the mirror and tell yourself all the nice things and remind yourself of all the good things. You know, like this morning I was doing a workout and that was great. I really enjoyed it. I haven't done a proper workout with a coach for a while. So it was good to do that, get back into that habit and have someone, even just cheering on, even though you sort of know you're doing it right, it's nice to have someone else go, yeah, go on, you're looking good. That's a good straight back. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever else is happening. It feels like you're actually, I want to say that because the 7 of Pentacles in the upright is normally quite a positive card for being able to appreciate your achievements. But with that 4 of Pentacles in reverse next to it, it doesn't necessarily, I feel like actually the reason you need, and actually I'm going to say it, you do need someone to come in and help out, is because you're struggling to appreciate what you've got. And maybe it is that you're actually getting that moment of looking in the mirror and seeing more that you don't like than what you do. And that's what this Knight of Cups is coming in to do. And then the sneaky card that came out when I wasn't quite ready for it, Page of Cups, which is joyous. So actually, what is the conclusion for it all? The conclusion is that you go back to this lovely moment where everything looks good and everything gets happy again. And you start getting excited about what's coming up and what's going on. I really like that for pile ones. Let's have a little look at pile 2. So, pile 2, we're going in with the 8-coin Tattoo Tarot. Which I've probably already said it, but it is becoming one of my favourites. Don't tell the other decks. They know it. Anyway, right, pile 2s. Let's see what's cracking. Let's see what's happening for pile 2. Okay, pile 2. There is a lot going on for you lot. Okie dokie, right, let's put that one. Right, so in the top middle for pile 2s, I can't even pick it up because I've just cut my nails. We've got the 5 of Wands in reverse. So listen, I'm happy about that because I think that for a pile 2 starter is really good because that's that moment where you just feel that the bickering's over, the stress is over, the moments where you have been, where other people have been trying to put their opinions on you, other people have been kind of weighing in, like, you know, it's that thing when you, whatever it is your idea is, boring story alert. My mum needed new gravel for her driveway. She said, pick up some of the stones, go down to the merchants and order some for me, if you don't mind. What did I do? I took a picture, I thought I was clever. What happened? The wrong ones turned up. And the guy said, oh, if you take some of the stones down to the depot, we'll be able to make sure we get the right one for tomorrow. That was someone imposing their opinions on me. And I resisted it. It was triggering. I was like, no, I'll just do it my way. Like, we've moved on from, you know, picking up stones and taking them down to the merchant. Like, I can take a picture, it does the same thing. Didn't do the same thing. So the thing is, I feel like this stuff is easing up for you. And people are starting to refrain from giving their opinions when you may or may not want them. Who knows? Maybe you do, but maybe you don't. And actually, for me, it just feels like that period is coming to a bit of a close. The reason I think that is because we've then got, dun dun dun, how stunning is this death card? Absolutely a beaut. Now, this is the big change that is coming, and this is where I think it's, like I say, where other people are kind of not weighing in on you. Other people are not stressing you out. There's not loads of people, and do you know what? It could be that you actually are putting the boundary in and saying, do you know what, listen, something needs to change here, and I can't keep going with how things are. I can't keep listening to everybody else. I can't keep worrying about what everybody else thinks. I need to do things for myself, and that huge change is so welcome. You're so ready for it, pile 2s. You need to crack on, and it's not a bad thing to insist on change, insist on doing things your way. It's not a problem to do that because you know exactly what you're doing. You've got that 8 of Pentacles. So you know what it is that's going on. Like, you don't need to be worrying about what other people's opinions are. Yes, people can help, and yes, people have advice, but actually, you kind of know what you're doing. So you don't need to worry about what other people are going on about. You can just chill, just do what it is that you need to do. So listen, the starters are really, really good. However, I do want to take a moment for the sad moment. I don't know if you saw it. So we've now got an Emperor and a 3 of Swords, and that's a tough moment because while we feel in control of everything and while we feel like we've got everything going on and we know exactly what it is that we're doing, someone else is dropping out of it. Someone else is missing out on something. And this is a really difficult moment because where it feels like you have made the big change and you've done what you needed to do and it's starting to pan out for the best, like it's got that 8 of Pentacles. So you are definitely getting the mojo running, getting things going the way you want it to. However, the predicament is that it feels almost like your way of I don't want to say it's imposing because it's not quite an imposition, but the way you're being so certain about how it is that you want things done is actually having a bit of an effect on other people. And like, you know, people always say that when you start putting those boundaries in and you start saying to people, listen, I'm grateful for your opinion, but I don't always need it. let me have my moment, let me do what I need to do. People will start to be upset by that, and they will start to be put out by you taking things your own way and you doing what it is that you need to do. But the Emperor isn't worried about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Emperor he chills out. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's, like, I love the way he's got this crystal ball here. So it's kind of like he can see past the day-to-day, and this is the day-to-day. The Three of Swords is like, people will be upset in the short term, and unfortunately, if you've got a higher goal and you've got a bigger picture of what's happening and what you need to do and what needs to be done, because also, let's face it, the Emperor is not doing things just for himself. He's generally doing things for the Empire, for the good of the people around him. It isn't just like self-gain. Do you know what I mean? It's not that. And unfortunately, in the short term, it might upset people, but in the long term, you've got to keep focused on that, that situation of being able to see past the short term. And this, whoever it is that's getting upset, it's short-term fixes. When I say short-term fixes, what I mean is, it's almost like they're a little bit short-sighted. They're looking at the next week, the next month, rather than the overall. And then, this is the one that came absolutely flying out, which is such a joyous card. Mic drop, the world. So listen, you have got to keep going, pile twos, in what it is that you're doing. Whatever changes that you are putting in with that death card at the very beginning, your left side of this spread is lovely. I love that it's ended up in a little triangle. Stay strong with what it is, because what the goal that you're focused on is great for everybody, and it will pay off, and people will be celebrating it, and it will be, like I'm saying with the stones, it will be that moment where people come back to you and go, actually, yeah, you were right. There's nothing wrong with admitting that someone else was right. Anyway, pile twos, I'm celebrating that. I wish I'd have chosen pile two, but I didn't. I went in for pile three because I love this deck. We're going in for the Tarot of the Old Path. And what I love the most about this deck is it's one of those, like, I say sort of like cheap decks. Not in the imagery, but in the fact that you can like riffle shuffle it really well. Not when you haven't got the table underneath it. But it's just, anyway, listen, pile threes. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for pile threes. Whoa, we'll have that one out. Ooh, I claim pile three. I'm really thrilled that I did that. Okay, we're going to start because this is too joyous. The very first card that flew out for the pile threes, 10 of Pentacles. One of my favourite decks, not great for the glare. But that 10 of Pentacles is, isn't it just everything that you want and more? It's that happily ever after moment, that joy of just being able to be together with someone else, being celebrated, the union. And listen, that doesn't have to necessarily be in a love relationship. That could be a business situation, it could be work, it could be friends, it could be whatever it is that you feel that you're in unity on. Maybe it's that actually you found someone that shares your interests and, you know what it is? Let's face it, we're in a lockdown right now. It could be that actually you're in a lockdown, someone else is in a lockdown, and you are celebrating each other and taking the time to just relax and enjoy it. Next to it, this is why I'm so excited for pile threes. We've got that 9 of Swords, and that is again a really peaceful card, because in the upright, ouchie, 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 ouchie. That is such a horrible card. But it's free and easy. It's free and easy because actually the union is there, and I'm really pleased for a lot of you that have picked pile three, because it's giving you that freedom. Like it feels like something that actually has been a bit stressful previously. Now, like I say, if you're in the UK and you're living in the lockdown era, it could be that. And maybe it's that you're still staying socially distanced, but you're managing to do online stuff, keep a check on people. Just feeling that other people are going through what you're going through as well is also that 10 of Pentacles. You know, it's not, like I always say it's the happily ever after, which it is, but it's not just that. It's also that celebration of like, this is what I bring to the table, this is what you bring to the table, and we will help each other through this. And then we've got the Queen of Swords in the upright, and I am for the Queen of Swords. Sorry about the glare. Because she's so strong and stoic, but also peaceful. You know, like she's not... Queen of Swords gets a bad rep, in my opinion. But she knows who she is. And she's open about it. She's willing to share it. Maybe that's not for everyone's cup of tea. Maybe it's not to everyone's taste for her to share her opinions. But she doesn't hide behind things. She's so super strong. And part of that strength is also admitting when you've been stressed and being able to celebrate when you get out of stress. Beautiful. Then we've got, okay, a bit of a downer, Knight of Swords in reverse. But there's two ways of looking at that. On the one hand, we've graduated beyond the Knight and we've gone up to the Queen of Swords. So, no going back. No stepping back down. We know what we're doing. We know that other people around us are feeling the same thing and are supporting us through it, and we're able to support other people, which is fantastic. So we're not going back to that. Because this Knight of Swords is very much the head down. Hang on, try and get rid of the glare. Not going to happen. I love this deck. It's so shiny. That's why I don't use them very much anymore for video stuff. But in the upright, he is like very, again, I'm going to say the word stoic, very much like head down, guarded, don't care what's happening. I know what I'm meant to be doing and I know what's going on here and I'm going to stick to it and I'm going to stick to my course without any kind of hesitation. Anyone wants to get in my way, the sword's coming down. So there is that sense, but it's more, I think, of where we've kind of graduated past that up to the Queen's level, because actually then we've got the Five of Cauldrons in reverse, which is lovely. Because again, it's happy, it's joy, it's managing to manage. That was a dreadful sentence, but it's managing to manage the disappointments. The disappointments are always going to come, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's one of those things with that Ten of Pentacles where it's more about the fact that other people are going through the same thing and there's a unity in that. There's a solidarity in appreciating that other people are going through what we're going through and experiencing what we're experiencing. It won't be the same because everyone's like I love that phrase where it's like, there's three versions of the truth: yours, mine, and a screenshot. Because isn't it true? We can all tell ourselves a story about what actually happened and then see a little Ring doorbell video and it blows it out of the water. I was just wanting one more card. I've got another one. Okay, so we've got a Page of Cups in reverse as well. That's a little bit sad. But, do you know what? Maybe we don't need to worry about our emotions at the moment. Maybe actually we need to just celebrate this Ten of Pentacles, be around the people. You know what? There might not be any new love coming in. And if there is, in fact, we're going to take two stories out of this. If you are on your own and you're not involved with anyone, then now is not the time to be looking for it. Because actually, there are other things that we need to be celebrating. And like I say, it comes back to this Ten of Pentacles. This Ten of Pentacles, yes, it's a partnership, but it isn't always about being with someone else in a loving relationship. It's a pentacle. It's a day-to-day, it's a friendship, it's a balance, it's unity in a different aspect. It isn't always about love. So pile threes, if you're single, now is not the time to be looking around. Don't worry about it. Let's celebrate where we at. Where we at. Sorry, that was a little bit random of me. Where we're at. We're out of that Nine of Swords mode. We don't need to worry about this stress that's been going on. We are absolutely so stoic in our behaviour and knowing who we are and being not cutthroat, but being firm. I nearly said stern. I don't mean stern, I mean firm. But now isn't the time to chase other people or chase new love. However, if you are with someone, then the good news about this card is that actually it's just a little bit easy. It's not, it's gone past the kind of immature music. It's gone past the immature music. I got a bit distracted by the comments on screen. Yes, thank you. Sometimes I love a bit of calming spa music. And even I just have it on around the house when I'm not really doing anything. Sometimes in the car I put it on just for fun because it chills me out a bit. But sorry, going back to pile threes. If you are with someone, my feeling is that you've got past that dating stage, that dating moment where it's new and it's exciting. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because you want it to progress, right? You want it to get to that next level. So it's good. Anyway, listen, thank you very much for joining me for the Pick a Pile. Hope everyone has a lovely, lovely day and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.